for this plan are exhausted.
Welcome back to some more Crystalline, everybody. I know it's been a while, but we're gonna finish it off. Not today, obviously, but we are going to. This will be the next game I beat, because I just finished all of Galgun Double Piece. So after this game is done, I will switch to a different game. I don't know what I'll go with yet. I'm in a toss-up situation between Valkyria Chronicles 4 or Galgun 2. Both of which viable choices. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Great. What are we going to do now? Kara suddenly looks around.
Wait, where did Zach go?
We search frantically for him before spotting him beside Arton.
Oh no, we'll get in trouble with the city guards if he is...
To everyone's surprise, Arton's face is deep red as he coyly looks away. He giggles as he hands something to Zach. Zach accepts the parchment and nods at him and then heads back to us. Arton looks longingly after Zach's retreating form. Ah, well. Yes.
Here.
He hands Kara the parchment and she opens it up to reveal a map of the neighboring forest. There's a sinewy path drawn in to indicate where pockets of high energy readings are. Kara looks from Zach to the map and back to Zach.
How did you get this?
It's because Arton is a homosexual. Zach shrugs. Kara continues to stare at Zach, and the time she seems less surprised and more impressed. Well, at least we've got what we need. I believe that someone was able to get Arton to crack, but how did Zach pull it off, and without coming to blows, no less? I shake my head. I guess some mysteries will never be solved. Oh yeah, it's a real fucking mystery. I glance outside at the darkened sky. It's getting a little late. Do you think we should stay here for the night, or should we head out?
We wouldn't be able to make much progress. May as well spend the night here and get a fresh start in the morning.
Sounds like a plan. Amelia stands.
Now that our business has concluded, I must take my leave.
Everyone stares at her.
Where are you going?
I have an obligation I must fulfill.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it sounded like you're meeting someone.
You are correct. It will not take long, and I will be ready to rejoin you in the morning.
As Amelia turns to leave, Zach stops her.
Are you sure you should go alone?
Amelia raises an eyebrow.
Surely my parents would mean me no harm.
Parents?
You have parents?
They would be very upset if I were to pass through without visiting them.
You have family here and didn't tell us?
I did not see the relevance.
Well, I'd see relevance.
Don't you want to see them?
To visit them is currently the obligation that I am going to fulfill.
Good, let's get to it then.
Kara gets to her feet and pushes Amelia towards the
I
exit.
do not understand.
We're going to meet your parents.
Okay. Before Amelia can protest, Kara has already let her out the door. The rest of us trail behind. Amelia sighs.
Very well.
Amelia, Zach, and Kara walk ahead as Leanna and I follow. Leanna has a strange expression on her face I can't quite
What
read.
do you think her parents are like?
Logical and rational. If my hypothesis is correct, Amelia and her parents will share a distinct similarity. Like mother, like daughter, right?
I'm not so sure about that.
What makes you say that?
She grew up at the university and didn't get to spend as much time at home. Most of her behaviors were probably learned from there.
Damn it, how am I supposed to know that? It sounds like Amelia's childhood was a lot more serious than the average child. I wonder if that's why she acted so casually about her parents. Going to see them almost sounded like a chore she had to knock out. We pause in front of a modest house. There is a small garden in the front yard and a few flower pots in the stoop. Amelia steps up to the door and knocks. Don't you have a key? She looks back at me.
I do. However, it is back at the academy. I did not anticipate our travels would lead us to Hearth Point.
The door swings open and an elder woman stands in the doorway. Her face has fine lines which reveal her age, but her smile is warm and kind. Her eyes light up when she sees Amelia and draws her into a tight hug.
Amy! What a pleasure
surprise! I didn't know you were stopping by.
Did it not say she was old? Older woman standing in the doorway. Her face has fine lines which reveal her age. You tell me that this person looks old. Kara grins at the use of a nickname. Amelia doesn't react to her mother's embrace and almost seems to wait out the hug. Eventually her mother lets go and then turns back towards the house.
Honey, Amy's come home.
A faint voice calls out from within the house.
Amy? Be right there.
Her mom turns back to Amelia and hugs her again.
Oh, we missed you so much.
I should have fucking known. Suddenly she seems to notice the rest of us. She quickly lets Amelia go and ushers all of us inside.
Amy, did you bring friends? Come in, come in.
No, we're actually here to abduct you too. We just have her with us. Oh, shit. Fuck. Ah! We murmur our thanks as we shuffle into the house. The walls are painted with light colors, giving the house a bright and cheerful air. We convene in the sitting room, where we sit on the couch and chairs. The upholstery is clean and has definitely seen a lot of use. The walls are painted with light colors, giving the house a bright and cheerful air. We convene in the sitting. Okay, no, we're gonna do that. Amelia's father arrives. He pushes his glasses back up into his nose and breaks into a wide smile. He also scoops Amelia into his arms.
What an unexpected pleasure.
Solid stash. After he sets her down, he stands beside his wife.
Hello, Mother. Father.
You know that we love seeing you, but what are you doing out at the university? It isn't a holiday.
Her mother leans forward in her seat.
Oh, was your little field study finally approved? That's wonderful. Remember what I said about how each rejection is just one step closer to success. I just knew you were bound to get one, even if it took all those tries and applications.
All those tries? How many times did she apply? Although Amelia doesn't speak, her cheeks turn red.
Honey, let's not embarrass her in front of her peers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got so excited. She's been trying for almost a year now.
Jesus Christ. She turns excitedly towards Leanna.
You must be the field lead.
Why is she glaring? Leanna looks bewildered.
Yes, that is correct.
Leanna shoots Amelia a questioning glance at Amelia, which Amelia ignores. Her parents beam wider as they look at their daughter with pride. Her mom has her hand over her heart and her dad nods approvingly.
It's nice to see you're still working hard at your studies.
We're very proud of you, sweetie. But what sort of mission is this? I should think you would be the apprentice of another mage or a mage caster rather than a mage knight.
Leanna is part of the Mage Guild.
So it's an internship with the Mage Guild? That's very prestigious.
He puffs with pride.
I see.
Her mother's face softens as she addresses her
We
Leanna.
entrust our daughter to you. Please take good care of her.
Leanna pauses as she looks at the hopefulness on Amelia's parents' face. She returns their smile.
I promise I will.
Once the attention drifts away from her, I notice her gaze linger on Amelia's parents. She furrows her brow in a pensive thought.
And what about the rest of you?
Kara grins.
I assist with locating and exploring ancient sites.
The parents seem
We
intrigued.
have been following instances of magical anomalies in an attempt to understand and explain their occurrences.
Of course, of course.
His gaze lands on Zach.
You look more like a fighter rather than a mage.
The muscle. Zach nods.
What exactly is your role in this group?
The muscle. Before Zach responds, Kara steps
Oh,
in.
he's my companion. He helps me secure our sites and, well,
She grabs him arm with a flash of a coy smile. Zach stares at Kara and her hand on his arm.
Hands off.
I love it. He's just like, don't fucking touch me. She laughs lightly and presses herself closer to
oh,
him.
you don't need to be shy. Just pretend it's just you and me.
Zach's scowl deepens as he twists himself away from her. A blush tinges his cheeks. Amelia's dad chuckles.
Say no more. I remember what it was like to be young.
Zach blush deepens. Kara watches his discomfort with amusement. Finally, his gaze lands
What
on
about
me.
you?
Fuck! I'm a student. I'm actually higher in muscle. I'm me. I am me. Oh. Well, I'll just go with my student. I'm also a student who's trying to discover more about the anomalies. That's technically not a lie. Parents not.
Amy, will you and your friends stay for dinner?
We would not wish to impose upon you any further. We can return to the inn.
The inn? Oh, nonsense. You can all stay here for the night. We certainly have enough room.
Yes, we insist. I'll get started on dinner and afterwards you can all relax. Come with me, Amy.
If that is what you wish.
Amelia obliges as they start towards the kitchen.
That's wonderful. It's so nice to have you home. And we never get to meet any of your friends. In fact, you're all the first one she's brought home.
Really?
Kara glances sideways at Amelia, who remains
I
stoic.
hope she's not giving you any trouble. She's always been a bit hot-blooded.
Hot-blooded? What says? Who and who are you referring to? So we all look at
Are
Amelia.
you sure we're talking about the same person?
Right. It ain't the robot. She laughs as the two of them head into the kitchen. We continue to chat as we wait for dinner to be ready. Her father is enthusiastic and shares fun facts about the town. He's a tailor and offers to patch up any clothes for us. Dinner is a simple but delicious meal, and we clean our plates. Amelia's mom seems pleased.
Would anyone care for seconds?
Both Leanna and Zach take a second helping. Leanna piles her plate up with food until it's even fuller than Zach's plate. As she digs in, Kara watches enviously.
Where does it all go?
She looks at Kara questioningly.
You have such a healthy appetite, yet you're still so slim.
This has potential to go horribly wrong. Contrary to my fears, Leanna smiles coyly.
Oh, you think so? I'm just lucky, I guess.
Rather than luck, I would attribute it to the constant wind resistance you admit during your travels and activities.
Leanna looks surprised and nervous.
What?
Oh my god. Does she make it harder for her to walk? So she Amelia raises an eyebrow.
I can detect a constant energy utilization from your manipulator, which is creating wind friction.
Oh my god, she does. Interrupts with loud laughter, but her face is bright red.
You're thinking way too much into this, Amelia. It's probably just, magic residue you're detecting.
Amelia gives Leanna an unimpressed look as if to say, that was the silliest excuse here. Look at that fucking face. Do me, do me. I'd do it. I get it. I'd never go to the gym again if I had wind magic. Kara smiles.
So that's your secret.
Leanna nervously picks at her food.
Anyway, this is really, really good. What is it?
With the change in subject, the mood relaxes and the conversation naturally flows. Zach and Amelia's dad have a common interest. Although he's a tailor, he takes special interest in restoring weapons.
Actually, weapons are a specialty of mine too.
Your dischargers. I did notice that. They're a bit unusual, aren't they? I haven't seen too many with those types of crystals.
It served me well.
Amelia's dad pauses as he observes Zach.
Come on, son, lighten up a bit. No need to be so formal here. Why don't you try cracking a smile? You don't have to look so doom and gloom all the time.
Zach merely stares at him until Kara elbows him.
Oh, come on, companion. You don't want to be rude, do you? Especially after you've already helped yourself to this delicious meal. Twice.
He's only laughed at me one time. Zach sighs in resignation. He pauses and seems to collect himself. Kara watches, amused at his display. After taking a few long breaths, he looks up with determination. Reluctantly, he curls up the corners of his lips and exposes his teeth on an awkward grimace, smile hybrid. His eyes almost seem to be calling for help, as if holding this smile is causing him pain. Everyone recoils from his look, except for Kara, who blushes.
Oh, wow, that's really hot.
What the fuck is wrong with you? We all exchange confused glances as Zach drops his smile. Look. Huh? Kara leans over to him and lowers her
I
voice.
hope we get to see that again. Soon.
No, don't. No. What the fuck is. Why? You weirdo. We all look at each other in confusion.
Well then, that was certainly interesting.
Yeah, to say the least. The group laughs and the conversation flows again. Kara enjoyed every minute of the night, chatting amicably with Amelia's mother. Leanna stayed quiet and spent most of her time just observing. Although she had a smile on her face, it seemed like there was something else on her mind. Amelia didn't talk much, preferring to let her parents do the talking, but she seemed very comfortable and relaxed. I can tell that even though they don't see each other very often, they have a good relationship. Once dinner was over, Amelia's parents insisted on washing up and asked Amelia to show us to our rooms. She leads us to the back of the house where there are 2 rooms and pauses in front of the first door.
This is my childhood room. We 3 will share this room.
She points to the door and down the hall.
That is the spare room. You 2 may stay there.
Are you certain it's all right for us to stay tonight? I don't want to cause any trouble for your parents. They've already been so accommodating.
My parents are quite happy to receive guests. It would be an insult to refuse their invitation.
Okay.
Leanna seems uncertain, but Kara throws an arm around her affectionately.
Don't worry, tonight will be super fun. We'll braid each other's hair, play truth or dare, and of course, pillow fights.
Amelia cocks her head to the
Is
side.
that what roommates do?
Definitely.
I think that's a load of shit. Amelia looks at Leanna, who seems equally confused.
While we roomed together previously, we did not accomplish any of these tasks.
Accomplished. Fuck.
I'm just learning about this now, too.
Trust me, you'll love what I have planned.
Kara laughs and pushes the girls into the room. She winks at us.
Girls only.
Yeah, cool. And then she closes the door firmly behind her. Why do I always get the feeling we're missing out?
Because we probably are.
There we go. Now finally it's on my page. Thank you. A shriek of laughter filters through the doorway, followed by giggles.
Oh my god, don't squirm so much.
Nope.
Stop! I'm really ticklish there.
Nope,
I
don't.
got it off.
Nope.
Hey, give it back.
We overhear even more squeals and giggles. First, Leanna and Kara find each other attractive, and now it sounds like they are. My mind wanders to imagination, paints alluring pictures of what is going on behind the door. Zach's stare seems too intense.
Stop! No way. Well, if that's how you want to play.
We hear a gust of wind from behind the door.
Fair, you're using magic.
After Kara yelps, Zach's stunning expression finally cracks.
What is going on in there?
As much as I want to find out, I feel as if standing at this door is going to lead to bad results. They're purposely doing this to get a reaction out of us. That's the only explanation. Another fit of laughter floats to the door, right? Zach seems uncertain. I glance down at my feet to the bongo staring forlornly at the door. You wish you were in there too? He hops closer to the door. When no one lets him in, he lowers his head. I'm sorry, but it's girls only tonight. Amelia's pigtails peaked. She reached for the bongo.
There you are. You are needed for science.
I'm now concerned. The last thing I see is the bongo's wine grins, the door slams shut behind him. Zach's
Let's
side.
just go.
It's a much better choice to just leave. Zach heads into the room and I follow. We mill about the room awkwardly, and I swear I can hear the seconds tick by. It feels a lot less exciting than the other room. Just go to sleep. Zach is already getting ready for bed. I don't really feel like bonding. Not that Zach is eager to bond either, so I start to get ready too. As I crawl into bed, I count the seconds before exhaustion finally hits me and I fall asleep. A noise wakes me up and I sit up in bed. The moon is high in the sky, casting silver light through the window. Zach remains fast asleep. I don't see anything else, so I lay back down and close my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. Instead, I toss and turn in bed as uneasy thoughts creep in. I try to clear my mind, but as soon as I begin to lose concentration, wiggles of doubt worm into my brain. What if I never learn how to cast? What if I can't go gather enough energy? What if this energy kills me? What if I can't go home? As that last thought crossed my mind, I throw off my blankets in frustration. I need some fresh air. Tiptoeing past sleeping Zach, I creeped out of the room and fumbled my way around the dark living room. I recognized Leanna leaning on the balcony. I head over towards her. She smiles at me as I approach. Couldn't sleep? She nods. It didn't sound like you girls were having a lot of fun. Leanna blushes.
Kara got my boot off, so I was only returning the favor.
Aha. Sure. We smile as the conversation lapses. She looks towards the stars, staring pensively at them. There must be something on her mind. Want to talk about it? It seems like there's something on your mind. Elena faces me, absent-mindedly picks at her clothes.
It's nothing, really. Tonight has been really fun, and Amelia's parents are so nice. It just started to remind me of my family. And then I got thinking.
And you couldn't stop thinking? She nods. I look up at the myriad of sparkling lights in the deep sky. The stars are still beautiful, but not as clear as when we were camping. We fall into a comfortable silence. Leanna stares intently at the sky as if searching for answers. I wonder what's on her mind. Suddenly she turns to
I
me.
promise we'll help you find a way home.
I'm surprised at the conviction in her voice. Oh, thanks. Actually, there's something I've been wondering.
What is it?
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but why are you doing so much to help a stranger? Leanna stares incomprehensibly.
You were someone who needed help.
Yeah, but you didn't know who I was. What if I had other intentions?
Then I suppose things would have turned out differently.
She notices my look and
I
chuckles.
would never leave someone who needed help. Especially if it was in my power to help them. I'm sure if it were me in that position, you'd have done the same.
Fuck, not if it was like fighting magic dudes. Of course, you're right. I'm not one to walk away from someone who needs help. Leanna smiles. Still, I wonder why she suddenly promised to help me find a way back home. What brought that on?
Sorry, I've just been thinking about home, and how it would feel if I looked at the stars and couldn't recognize a single one.
Light pollution, I can't see stars. Anyways, I can understand how being with Amelia's family can make her homesick. I've been thinking of home too. Maybe I can take her mind off things for a while. What's that star?
Huh?
She blinks as she takes my question and looks back towards the sky.
Which one?
Point to the brightest star in the sky, point to the one that looks like a lady. Point to a random cluster. I point to the one that looks like a woman. Leanna
Do
squints.
you mean Elwina?
If she's that twinkling lady, then yes.
Oh, Elwina was a woman renowned for her beauty.
Well, thanks to you, now I can look at the sky and recognize at least one star. Wait, there's a singular star that's shaped like a girl? That's interesting. Leanna grins.
Actually, Elwina is also my birth sign.
Does that mean it's your birthday? I focus on that cluster of stars again. Birth sign.
Yeah. There's a belief that the star sign under which you are born can tell certain traits about yourself. Sometimes people use it to predict matches or fortunes.
Ah, like our zodiac constellations, we have similar belief back home. So what does your birth sign say about
What
you?
do you think?
Fuck if I'm not a wizard! You're patient, trusting, you're mysterious. You're gullible, you're readable. Oh, I really want to do this one. I'm going for it. I think it means you're into the mysterious type. Leanna raises my
Mysterious
wrist.
type?
I grin as Leanna
I
thinks.
don't see Zack that way, though.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Well, that backfired. It's not quite what I had in mind. She smiles this time. It looks more
Hopefully
natural.
this place doesn't feel so lonely and foreign to you anymore.
God damn it. God damn it, that backfired hard. No, but only because I got the chance to meet you and the rest of our team. We lock cases. I feel inexplicably drawn to her. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Leanna lights up and she sees something behind me.
Look! A shooting star!
The star rockets across the sky, leaving a trail of glitter. That's a comet! Quick, make a wish. She closes her eyes. After a moment, she reopens them.
What did you wish for?
It's a secret. I can't tell you or the wish won't come true.
Oh, then I won't tell you mine either.
Can I get a hint? She shakes her head and smiles.
Nope.
Damn. She looks back towards the house.
Maybe we should go back and try to sleep.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Thank you for keeping me company.
I always enjoy our conversations.
Good night.
She flashes me one last smile before heading back into the house. I return to my room and crawl back into bed. It doesn't take long before I drift to sleep. The music! The next morning we wake up early like usual. After getting ready and packing my things, I meet the rest of the team downstairs. Amelia's parents wait for us by the door as we finish gathering our things. Her mother's lip trembles as she watches us pack.
Are you sure you need to leave so soon?
Leanna smiles softly.
I wish we could stay longer, but we must be going. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Of course. You're all welcome here at any time.
Amelia's mom hands us parcels.
I packed all of you some food for your journey.
Oh, we couldn't possibly.
She tuts and forces the parcels into our hands.
I won't take no for an answer.
Amelia packs hers without protest and the rest of us follow suit. We turn to her family one last time before leaving.
Thank you again.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, it was nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Farewell, Mother. Father.
Her mother squeezes each of us in one big hug. When she hugs Leanna, she
Please
pauses.
take care of our daughter.
I will.
After one final goodbye, we leave their house and make our way back towards the town. We pass the inn and other shops, but we don't make any stops. Eventually, we pass through the town gates. We continue down the familiar dirt path surrounded by greenery. Most of our journey is uneventful. I've become more accustomed to the walking in silences, but I still wish the journeys to our destination weren't so long. It can get pretty boring. Just as I think that, something darts in front of me. Catch it! Whoa! I lunge for whatever it is, and my hands brush against its fur. As I reach for its tail, it evades my grasp and hops into a bush. The pongo waddles over the bush and watches it curiously.
Boy.
The bush remains still. The pongo cocks its head to the side. And sticks his head in the bush and immediately retreats as the claw swipes at him. He rushes back to me and hides behind my leg. He huffs. I mean, you did just go and bother it. The pongo pouts, looking betrayed.
Boy.
Sorry, Pongo. You know I've always got your back. He bursts up.
Boy.
So what was that thing?
It's a sabali.
I don't know what that is. Leanna seems more excited than usual to see an animal. What's that?
Basically an overgrown rodent.
Oh, and I tried to catch it?
Untrue. Sabali are not part of the rodent family.
He said basically.
They're way cuter than rodents.
I didn't get a very good look at the thing when I raced by. But what is it? Because from what I saw, it looked kind of like a baby bear with long claws and a very long tail.
That's a pretty accurate description, actually.
You have bears here?
They're very rare. Since you saw one, you're going to have good luck.
Zach looks unimpressed.
I don't see how lucky it can be if it almost tripped him up.
I tried to catch it.
Well, they tend to hide from people. If one lets you spot it, then that must mean you're special.
Such superstitions originated back when primitive societies were learning to recognize dangerous species from harmless ones. Because the sabali feed on insects and small rodents many would deem to be pests, they are recognized as a harmless and even helpful animal. As such, many humans wished to domesticate them as pets. But the sabali are timid creatures and shy away from most other animals, especially ones which are considered threatening. Thus, the sabali were regarded as lucky due to the difficult nature of witnessing one.
That's fucking
In reality, there is no luck involved.
cool. Alright, way to just bring down the mood. I see. Kara pouts playfully at Amelia.
Aw, come on, Amy. Let them keep their superstitions.
Amelia's eyes widen.
Amy,
Sure, that's your name, right? It's what your parents called you.
It is, but
Amelia pauses, then seems to regain her composure.
my name is Amelia.
does calling you Amy bother you?
Amelia seems uncertain.
I did not mean to imply that it is a bother. It is merely a surprise.
Aw, well, don't worry, Amy. It's a cute name.
Amelia fidgets at Leanna calls her Amy. She tries to speak, but for once she seems flustered.
Well, it seems that
Let's leave Amy alone and move on.
We stare at Zach.
What?
You called her Amy.
So did everybody else.
It's shorter than 3 syllables. Why wouldn't I call her that if she's okay with it?
Amelia sighs.
If that is what you prefer, then I suppose you may call me as such.
And this is where we're gonna end it here. I'll catch you guys next time.